This is madness. This is madness. The Indiana Fever, Stephanie White, the whole Indiana Fever front office, and more in the WNBA are under FBI investigation. Indiana Fever under investigation for mysterious injuries that never made any sense. None of this stuff made sense.
To every fan, reporter, and insider, the truth is finally out. Stephanie White and the Indiana Fever have been caught in what may be the biggest cover-up in WNBA history. Even ESPN can't ignore it anymore. And trust me, this changes everything.
I definitely think she stepped down, but let's check out Sinead.
She said never shied away from tough situations. But unfortunately, the reality is she shied away from tough conversations, which is a negotiation. In order to have a negotiation, you have to have conversations. And I think it's abundantly clear that there has been a great divide between the players and our commissioner or the league office in order to have productive.
Before we dive in, hit that like button and share your thoughts below, because after this, you'll never look at the WNBA the same way again. Let's rewind. It started with what they called a minor groin strain, listed as day-to-day. Just a small setback, right? Wrong. Real sports doctors immediately spoke out. A groin strain? Day-to-day? Impossible. That's a week-to-week injury at minimum. Yet the Fever kept insisting Caitlin Clark was fine, while secretly keeping her benched for weeks.
Now y'all know me, man. I gotta come with the facts. And the fact of the matter is, Stephanie White is looking real spooky. Now this was back in July. Now this is just one doctor. Oh, we got two. Let's listen to this. Let's just have a rewind there.
Another groin strain. This is the other side. As we talked about with the first one on the left side coming back after the quad, day-to-day is not accurate for even a minor groin strain. It was closer to 2 weeks before she returned, played well, and now the other side, the right side. It is unclear what imaging shows, but once again, the new groin strain is not day-to-day. She's already missing the All-Star game and the three-point contest. The question is, how much more? We won't know until we...
Fans started asking questions. Stephanie White just smiled and repeated the same line. We're taking it one day at a time, over and over again. But behind the scenes, Caitlin Clark wasn't even being treated by the Fever's medical staff. She had turned to her own doctors. That alone spoke volumes. Then came the bombshell. ESPN went live and said it outright. The WNBA lied. They even called out Commissioner Kathy Engelbert for covering up the truth. And for the first time, fans could see it all. The injury reports, the timelines, the contradictions. Nothing matched. One sports doctor reviewed every detail and said it plainly. This was never about an injury.
Day to day. Nobody is day to day with an injury for a month. They did that with the first groin injury. Then we move on. The second time the groin happens, what did they say? Day to day. Day to day, day to day. They kept letting people buy tickets, bet on these games.
It wasn't a medical issue. It was a management disaster. That's when it clicked. The Fever weren't protecting Caitlin Clark. They were protecting themselves. In one press conference, Stephanie White claimed she didn't even know when Caitlin got hurt. A month later, she suddenly knew every detail. Wait, what? You can't go from clueless to expert overnight. That's not leadership, and that's confusion. And fans noticed. Social media erupted. One fan wrote, "Nobody believes a word out of Stephanie's mouth anymore." So Steph, real question. Do you even know when Caitlin's injury happened?
She's not getting any minutes from Stephanie White anymore. This is before the knee injury. This is before that. Now we got to question every damn thing. Before that, Stephanie White miraculously pulls her. She's never getting minutes anymore. She's playing 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 4 minutes. Like, it made no sense. Her first game, she came in and hit like 4-3. Like, what was going on? All of a sudden, she can't get into the game.
Variant. Standard. Title, Caitlin Clark injury scandal rewrite, Asai 5 Tunu. Another player said, she's the biggest liar in the league. Harsh? Maybe. But when you change your story 5 times in 2 months, people start asking, what else are you hiding? That's when things went from bad to career ending. Reports are now surfacing that federal investigators are reviewing the Fever's injury management protocols. They're asking one simple question. Did this team knowingly mislead fans and the media about Caitlin Clark's health? Because if that's true, it's not just unethical, it's criminal. And then came the bombshell. ESPN leaked footage showing internal documents tied to the so-called day-to-day diagnosis. The doctor they quoted? He never even examined Caitlin. Every update, every press release, it was all fake. Pure damage control. Now even Sophie Cunningham is speaking out, calling it a complete betrayal of trust. Fans aren't stupid. They adore Caitlin. They watch every highlight, every post-game interview. And when they realized they'd been lied to, they lost it. Thousands flooded social media, demanding that Coach Stephanie White and Commissioner Kathy Angelberg step down immediately. One viral post summed it up perfectly. You don't lie to your star. You don't lie to your fans. Period. Analysts are calling it the darkest PR cover-up in WNBA history, because this isn't about missing a game, it's about manipulating emotions. Fans cried for Caitlin, defended her, waited for her comeback, only to find out she was never injured at all, and then came the final blow. Caitlin Clark herself confirmed, "I was never injured." Just like that. Months of lies came crashing down. The coach exposed, the commissioner silent, and the league spiraling into chaos. Would you like me to make this version sound more like a YouTube narration script, with more hooks and dramatic tone, or keep it in news-style storytelling? Standard, title, Caitlin Clark Truth Bomb Rewrite, IDE 86432. Caitlin didn't need to say much. Her statement said it all, because the truth always comes out. And this time, it hit the WNBA like a freight train. So, what happens now? Stephanie White's reputation is hanging by a thread. Commissioner Kathy Angelbert is being called out by major sports outlets. And the fans? They're not forgiving this one. The league is under massive pressure to launch a full investigation, and insiders say it's already underway. The real question is, who gave the order to lie? Because if this goes beyond one coach, we're talking about one of the biggest scandals in WNBA history. This isn't just about basketball anymore. It's about trust, power, and truth. Caitlin Clark gave everything to this team. Her time, her heart, her legacy. And in return, they played her like a pawn. Fans are heartbroken. The world is watching. And the WNBA can't hide behind excuses anymore. So I'll leave you with this. If the league can lie about something this big, what else are they hiding? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because the next chapter in this story, it's going to be explosive. Would you like me to make it even more dramatic and punchy for YouTube voiceover pacing? Or keep this balanced tone between news and emotion?